Welcome, one and all. I was slightly distracted. Sorry for the delay there because I'm playing Remnant 2. And I'm enjoying it. I can't be dying a lot. And I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'm just shooting and travelling. Shooting and travelling. That's the last place I got to there. That looks a bit... Oh, no. Right. Yeah, how are you? Good. How are you all? Welcome, welcome, welcome to GeForce Now. Thursday chat. A little bit different. We're going to be talking and playing and stuff like that. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Jerome is in the house. Thank you there. Fabi, good to see you. Steve Dix, how are you? FIFA in Game Pass, maybe next Thursday in GeForce Now. Hey, that would be great, wouldn't it? I guess if it, except it's via EA Play, so I don't know what the situation is with EA Play. Because it's in Game Pass via EA Play, so I'm not whether that constitutes. There we are. Sorry, just saw a little a baddie fella. Let me know what games you've been playing this week. Clearly, I am playing Remnant 2. Have you picked it up? Have you played it? In fairness, GeForce Now very kindly sent me a code for this, so I really much appreciate it. Shout out to the GFN team. And I'm really quite enjoying it, I must admit. We're going to be talking all the news, of course, all the games. We'll have all of that. I just thought we'll chat and play. Why not chat and play, you know? Now look, there's a fella there. There is. One's coming down the tree.
Come on.
Oh. I like the headshots you get there. You see, Oh, big fella. Oh no. Arch. Oh. Oh no. Too many of them. Who's shooting me? Run away. Oh no, Archer. No. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's behind me. Cheeky. Right. Run.
Shit.
Get his stuff. Get his stuff. We were good. Oh no, look, Archer boy there. Where's he shooting from? Where is he? He's in the trees. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. Oh. Wow. EA partner with GeForce Now. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? I'm doing my part. I am doing my part. Yeah. That's what we want. We want EA Play to be available on GeForce Now. That would be it. It will be. It's interesting to see whether the EA Play is part of that whole Game Pass on GeForce Now, because it is only Xbox PC Game Pass. So, and is EA Play only part of Game Pass Ultimate? If that makes sense. So even if you have Game Pass Ultimate for GeForce Now, you may only have the Game Pass PC version. Where are we going? Up here. I don't think I've been this far so far. Anyway, let me know if you kind of enjoy this. If you enjoy this format, me chatting and playing. We will, as I say, we will have the news. We'll be reading the chat. Yeah, more EA. I mean, like, you know, I on the...
Can't carry anymore.
Can't carry anymore. Oh, I need some health. Yeah, you know, like even today, somebody was saying on the comment on my news video, you know, oh god, not very many games. You know, Remnant, there's Ratchet and Clank come out. and GeForce Now haven't got that, what are they doing? Well, you know, and I've sort of tried to explain it last week. They can't do anything other than talk. You know, so, you know, it's on Steam, so why isn't it on GeForce Now? Well, that's really down to the publisher, you know, in this case Sony. They can publish it on Steam, but
I can't carry any more of that.
GeForce Now is not about paying out money to get games on their platform, because that's not their business model. GeForce Now is about creating a platform, a facility, a virtual PC, as it were, so that publishers and distributors can find new markets, new revenue sources and stuff like that. It's not about them, as I said, it's not like, you know, it was with Stadia, having to pay people to come onto a brand new platform, you know, a self-contained platform. This is effectively a PC platform. This is just like a PC platform.
Out of room.
Except some publishers, as I've said, are a bit kind of reluctant about coming on it. So all GeForce Now can do is try to convince them that it's worth bringing their game. But if the publisher has a different business strategy or wants to preserve, for some perverse reason, the cloud element of their PC offering, then what can GeForce Now do other than say, look, check out the brilliance of GeForce Now. Your game would be amazing on it. That's it. They're not going to say, and we'll give you £1 million advance, you know, $1 million advance. They can't do that. Advance against what? Because they're not making any sales. They're not making any revenue from the sales on their platform, like a Xbox, like a PlayStation, like a Stadia. Yeah, it's just the platform's just facilitates a way for people to play. So when people sort of say, you know, what are GeForce Now doing? Well, all they can do is they can't offer money. Ooh, get to a checkpoint. All they can do is sort of offer the technology and hope the publisher is wise enough to see the value of it. Wow. Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. Don't go all funny on me now. Spotty connection. Yes, right, there we checkpoint. Right, that's a good place to pause that, ladies and gentlemen. You have enough resources to upgrade a weapon. Okay, let's go to... We'll go to Ward 13. And I will come and join you in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Not join you in the chat, but you know what I mean. I'll come and... let's just see what weapons we can get. Upgrade weapons. This is what I'm liking. I'm glad I got through that. Let's see Riggsy's name, whatever his name is. Riggsy. There we are.
How goes it, friend?
I'd like to upgrade my equipment. Okay, what we got here? Oh, we don't have enough scrap for that. Oh, we do for that. Have I wasted it on that? Oh, I just upgraded my sword. That's what I did. Right. I will... Let's just go to the system there. Exit to main menu. Yeah. Good. Right. See what settings actually had that on there. Resolution. Bad. 60 frame. Oh. Well, I've only got 60 frame per screen. Boost the frame generation. I could have done that. Ultra, ultra, ultra. Right, that's all fine. Let's go settings. I've done that. Quit. Yes. Right. Let's get back to the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Well, while we're here, actually, we can have a quick look at all the games we've got here. This Thursday. We'll go through it on the news. In fact, why don't we run the news while I sort out the screens? Let's run the news. So let's go to Clive. You're over there, aren't you? Are you ready in the news studio? Yeah? Okay, let's go to Clive for the news. Clive, you ready? Thanks, Clive. Okay then, gamers. Are you ready to gear up and dive into the mysteries of Remnant 2? Or how about Starship Troopers Extermination? Yeah, we've got 8 games coming to the platform this week. So without further ado, let's dive right in. In today's video, we'll discuss the highly anticipated Remnant 2, which hits GeForce NOW, plus dive into all 8 games joining the platform this week. Trust me, after the last couple of weeks, it's a bumper edition. So, kicking off with the sequel to Remnant, Gearbox Publishing's hotly anticipated Remnant 2 has arrived on GeForce NOW this week. Yes, this sequel to the hit Remnant from the Ashes delivers thrilling new worlds teeming with sinister monsters and godlike bosses. Every playthrough brings randomly generated levels, enemies, loot, and more for endless variety. Team up with friends or go solo and stop an ancient evil from unraveling reality across dynamically generated planets. With deadly weapons, unique character builds, and constantly shifting challenges, no 2 journeys will be the same. GeForce NOW members, of course, can dive in on day 1 with RTX-powered graphics and blazing fast performance. Ultimate members get Premier access with support of up to 4K 120 frames per second gameplay. Bring the whole squad and get lost in sprawling alien vistas dripping with mystery. But the action doesn't stop there, my friends. Oh no. MotoGP 23 throttles onto GeForce NOW this week, letting riders hit the track at over 200 miles an hour. And we have 6 other games joining the lineup with Starship Troopers Extermination and indie gem Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival. So let's take a look at this week's other offerings. It's a school holiday, so why not Let's School? It's a new release on Steam this week. Let's School is a fun and engaging game where you get to be the principal. That'll be like a head teacher for those in the UK, of your own school. You'll need to use all your skills to build a thriving school that everyone loves, from hiring the best teachers to planning fun extracurricular activities. There's always something to do in Let's School, so what are you waiting for? Start building your dream school today. Let's School is a challenging and rewarding game that will test your skills as a principal or head teacher with its engaging gameplay, addictive features. Well, you'll never want to stop playing. It's better than school. Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival is the game you've been waiting for, apparently. Travel through time from the Jurassic period to the future and build a colony that will stand the test of time. Ride dinosaurs, forge tools, sail dunes, and more in this insane, unforgettable, and revolutionary survival crafting base building open world adventure. With each new era, you'll unlock new features, gameplay mechanics, keeping the game constantly exciting. And with a mostly linear tech tree and no modular building, you can focus on the adventure at hand without getting bogged down in those, details. So, what you're waiting for? Pick up Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival today and, start building your legacy. Need more 2-wheel action? Well, you got Pro Cycling Manager 2023 next. Manage a team of professional cyclists. Control the budget. Recruit young talent. Train riders and diverse race strategies. Jostle for position to reach the top of the world rankings. Start at the very bottom or in charge of a World Tour team. Choose from 80 professional teams based on your preferred style and strategies. Contend with the attacks of the best peloton riders in over 260 races and 700 stages of the cycling calendar. From the very first race of the season to the last, your opponents are always over your shoulder. And more two-wheel action and wingsuit action and snowboarding action. Yeah, Riders Republic, which was previously available via Ubisoft, is now coming to Steam. As I said, it provides more two-wheel fun and snowboard and wingsuit stuff. Yeah, jump into a massive multiplayer playground, bike, ski, snowboard, or wingsuit across an open-world sports paradise. And finally, rounding up July, we have Starship Troopers Extermination, a first-person sci-fi action shooter and part of the larger Starship Troopers franchise, and developed and published by Offworld Industries. The game features cooperative gameplay in which the player assumes the role of a trooper. There are 3 trooper classes: assault, support, and defense. Meanwhile, there are 5 types of bugs or aliens: drone, warrior, and gunner, Plasma Grenadier, and Tiger Elite. There's also a ping system included, similar to the one included in Titanfall, to assist with player-to-player communication. And Octopath Traveler, already on Steam, also arrives in the Epic Game Store as well. So if you are a fan of Epic Game Store, you can pick up Octopath Traveler right there. So there you go. GeForce Now members have plenty to play this weekend by the looks of things. And for Guild Wars 2 fans, there's some exclusive bonus items and boosters which are now claimable right through until August the 31st. Log in to grab character upgrades like transmutation charges, revive orbs, and much more. So don't miss out if you're a Guild Wars 2 fan. So there you go. It's great to see Remnant 2 hitting the GeForce Now platform. It's good to see big games like that arriving day and date, especially after the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Let us know what you think about those titles that we've been through there. Put your comments in the chat, let Clive know, and all of that. And with that, let's go back to Clive in the studio. Clive, back to you. Thanks, Clive. So, yes, there you go. There is a roundup of all the games this week, as ever. Now, Steve makes an interesting point here. I think I can tell you what I think I can provide an answer for you here. So, Gearbox is the publisher for Remnant titles. Exactly, they are indeed. It's Remnant 2, Gearbox Publishing, published Remnant 2. So it's like an independent game, their own game there. Fine. The thing about Borderlands, it's from 2K. And, you know, them, we know what they're like, you know, Take-Two, 2K, all of that. So, although Borderlands was created and produced by Gearbox Software, it's published by 2K. And I think there's the rub. Yeah, there's the rub. There's the issue, Steve. That is why Borderlands is not on GFN, for instance. But reason, I'm sure if Borderlands was published by Gearbox Publishing, Gearbox Publishing, why not? We would see it. So, yeah, you can put that at the door of 2K. It's the big, you know, it's the EAs, the Activisions, Blizzards, you know, Take-Twos, and that are the reluctant to sort of, I think they feel that their IP is worth something, and therefore, even though it's against GeForce Now business model, they expect some kind of revenue share because they get a revenue share on any other platform, and that's it. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you're a publisher, no, if you're a developer, it doesn't necessarily mean that you always go with the same publisher. Yeah, it could be that, you know, I can imagine Take-Two or 2K turning down Remnant. It's a new IP. Maybe it's a bit of a risk. Whereas, you know, Borderlands, back in the day, they probably sort of saw the vision of it. So, yeah, it doesn't always go. You can be a developer and have different publishers. You know, and that's especially true with indies, you know, because they have to sort of hawk their wares around, as it were, and take them to publishers and say, will you publish our game? Will you? You know, I remember working for a small independent games developer for a very brief time. It was not the most pleasant part of my career, put it that way. But yeah, you having gone from a big corporate recognizable IP. It was a bit of a culture shock for me to go to a small indie and sort of knock on the door of, you know, my contacts at EA and go, please, sir, would you publish our little game? You know, or Ubisoft, please, sir, will you publish our game? It's really good. Flying out to Canada and seeing somebody there, you know, I flew to Canada there and back in a day almost, I think it was. Nightmare it was. Absolute nightmare. Do you think Game Pass will be incorporated to GFN Boosteroid before the... No. I think it will be at the same time-ish. Because I think it's about getting the app ready. I mean, there may be... Look, there might be, you know, a week or a few days between them, I imagine. Again, I have no inside information on this, but as I understand it, they are trying to, you know, initially it was all love and roses, wonderful. The announcement was made and they would start off with the titles that were already on Steam. And in fairness, we've started to see that. Yeah, we've seen them. We've had a number of, you know, let's not forget, we've had a number of Xbox PC titles already. You know, we had Grounded and stuff like that. And we got the Age of Empires. So they started to do that. They started to release them, the ones that are up on Steam and things like that. But I think, I get the sense, I get the impression that what they want to do is get the Xbox app up and running and functioning with GeForce Now. And then that will be the gateway to a whole load of titles. The titles still need to be onboarded onto GeForce Now. And the same would apply to Boosteroid, I'd say. It's just going to be a case of how long it takes to onboard them. And if I was, especially GeForce Now, I would certainly want to make a song and dance about it. So I'd want to make sure all my ducks were in a row, ready to rock and roll, so we can make a big announcement about it, get, you know, and maximize the marketing opportunity. That's what I would do. So I think whilst the idea of sort of drip feeding the Xbox PC titles that were already on Steam was a good idea, I think the focus now is get that app up and running, and it'll be just like the Ubisoft, like I said before, just be like the Ubisoft app or something like that. You just connect your app to it, you just connect your GeForce Now account, and boom, we're going to have an avalanche of Xbox PC games. That's how I see it. Why not starting with Starfield? Could you wait until September? I mean, why don't we all go on holiday and then come back? Let's all have a holiday. We're in the holiday season, in the UK, and especially other parts of Europe. I know some parts of Europe, they just shut down. Different countries shut down different times, but like, you know, Italy or whatever, or France, like August is, forget it. No business is happening. So I think that's, you know, what we're going to have. Have you also seen EE are pushing Game Pass and GFN? Interesting, yeah. Because EE were one of the people that signed a deal with Xbox Game Pass, and for them it's a different thing, isn't it? It's they're utilizing, it's a marketing exercise for them, because obviously it's about showcasing their wonderful 5G network and all of that. So they've started digging up the road outside my house. Finally, my old little village gonna get cable to door, yeah, gigabit internet, gigabyte internet at last. I hope it doesn't disrupt things too much, but I've put my name down. Early doors. Let me know when you're finished drilling up the road and you're ready to start connecting the houses. I'm in. Yeah, it's time for me to embrace the 21st century and have cable to door cable, please. Fiber to the door, please. That's what we're looking for, yeah. I'm going to go over to GeForce Now blog. I've changed everything around now. I've had the game up on the screen here, but now everything's moved around. While the news was on, we took that opportunity sort things out. But Remnant, were we expecting Remnant 2? I don't recall. But it's great to see. Fiber will be a game changer. I hope so, because I'm on the edge of things. Like when the house isn't too busy, everything runs sweet as you like, yeah? Beautiful. But when people start getting a bit heavy with the broadband, you know, start downloading stuff, all of that, you know, my son starts downloading some, you know, Call of Duty or something update. I have to, you know, he has to check whether I'm streaming and stuff like that. I was playing even Antstream, you know, so obviously a big fan of Antstream at the moment. Arcade, I was playing that, and I played it downstairs. Everything was brilliant. And I started playing upstairs in my bedroom, and everything was good. And then it started slightly stuttering. I thought, this Defender's game's a bit twitchy. And then I found out while I was doing that, my son was downloading something. So that will be the great thing. And especially, obviously, my son also won't have to wait ages for his downloads when he's getting a Call of Duty update or whatever. But yeah, Remnant. Let's talk about Remnant. So, yeah, you saw me playing Remnant. Lord Kensal played Remnant yesterday. I hope you joined his stream there. I hope you enjoyed me streaming a bit of Remnant today. I call it Remnant. I want to call it Remnant. It's Remnant. Remnant. But to me, there's a missing vowel. I feel it should be remnant. I get that. I get a bit malapropism. Get my words muddled up a bit. And then I soon get commented on in YouTube comments. You said that word wrong. You try and multitask. Remnant 2. Remnant, yeah. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it, and there's something very Gearbox about it, actually. I wondered why I was quite enjoying it, and then, of course, it dawned on me, you know, there are similarities in its style, just in some of the character designs and art style, to Gears 5, which I absolutely love. Kensal did do a great job. The reason Lord Kensal streams is because I'm a bit reluctant to do live streaming on this channel, on Clive's channel here. But I'm beginning, you know, it's a silly rule that I set myself. Lord Kensal would do all the streaming, all the game streaming. This is for tech reviews and news and all of that. But I'm beginning to kind of think I need to loosen up. You know, Lord Kensal has such fun streaming on Lord Kensal channel. Why can't I have fun streaming on this channel? So maybe we'll do a bit more of that. Maybe I should just do, you know, when there's not massive GeForce Now news, which is sometimes the case, maybe I should just do, you know, the big game of the week. I talked about it before as a feature. And yeah, maybe I just need to kind of work on that bit and do a bit of a game stream. Let me know in the chat whether you would enjoy me to chat about all the news, all the stuff, whilst multitasking, whilst playing the game of the week, as it were. And if we know any games that are coming up, then maybe the week before we can vote on which game we ought to play. Sometimes, you know, GeForce Now are really sweet and let the ambassadors, you're spoiling us, ambassador, give the ambassadors codes and sometimes to play, which fortunate with Remnant 2, and I'm so grateful they did, because I'm really enjoying it. It's a game I'm going to be playing quite a lot, I think. So yeah, there we go. Strange New World, and it's looking great. I mean, as ever, these things always look great on GeForce Now Ultimate, in the Ultimate tier. Oh yeah, talking of Antstream, I should be doing a big feature on Antstream, probably a full video review on that coming up. So look out for that. They've been in contact with me, and I'm more than happy to do a review because I genuinely like the product, Antstream. What I'm really liking about it, spoiler alert, is not only obviously tons of retro games and arcade classics and stuff like that that just make me, oh, when I hear the kind of that 8-bit simple music. But it's funny, I was playing Antstream Arcade on my big TV. Well, I'm playing it down here as well, but on my big TV in my bedroom. And in my bedroom, I've got a sound bar, a Samsung sound bar. And they hear like the Pac-Man, the original Pac-Man, or the original Defender 2, or R-Type 2, through decent speakers. It's a clean sound as well. So you're hearing it pure, but it sounds amazing and it's so nostalgic. But there we go. I think I could play FC24 from Game Pass to GFN. You understand? Well, I do understand. I hope so. But as I understand it, if it is part of EA Play, I'm not sure it will be part of GeForce Now, or if it just comes to GFN. That would be great. They would just bring FC24, EA Sport, whatever, FC Sport 24. They just bring it to GFN on its own. That would be amazing. So we've got Remnant, Let's School. Let's School's a weird title, isn't it? I mean, there's a sim kind of thing for everything, isn't there, really? And it's quite quirky looking, you know, sort of running your own school. I find it slightly ironic they release it just as the school holidays start here in the UK. So the school holidays started last week, actually, middle of last week. For many people, not everybody, but lots of people. So it's a bit ironic that they do a Let's School. So all the kids can run their own school. Yeah, so quirky title. And then there's Grand Emprise. What is Grand Emprise meant to mean? Emprise? The kind of weird title, isn't it? Not Emprise, Emprise. Just right of way. Okay. Translation of Emprise. Oh, well, that's French. Grand. So is it Grand Emprise? Ah, maybe it's Grand Emprise. Time travel survival. Is there a French connection there? The right of way. Time travel and the right of way. Publisher to Badu. What? Let's have a look at this publisher. We'll get to the mystery of this. Whoops. No. Not what I wanted. This is who we want. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, they've got a few kind of robot building dinosaur type thing going on. Let's see what they've got here. Freedom publisher. Okay. Not much information about them there. I was going down a right rabbit hole. This is what we're trying to work out why they've got that weird name, Emprise, Grand Emprise, time travel survival. Though it looks quite an interesting novel idea, I have to admit, where you sort of build. We don't. Let's take the. We don't want to get any copyright strike. So there's a sort of. It looks a bit like Ark, doesn't it? Ark Survival. This bit here. So you travel, you sort of adventure through different ages. You ride dinosaurs, forge tools, sail dunes, build a colony, siege castles, automate and fly, mine underground, launch to the moon, build a Dyson sphere, insane and forgettable and revolutionary. So basically, you're surviving and crafting in different time periods. That looks so much like Ark Survival, though, at the beginning. It's interesting how the games like this always remind me of like somebody, you know, look at who kind of grew up playing Minecraft going, what if you made Minecraft, but like realistically rather than block characters? It's not quite the same, is it, as Minecraft, though? There's something special about Minecraft that makes it sort of ageless. And then we've got Octopath Traveler. I think Octopath Traveler's, in a way, they say they've got 8 games this week. It's not really 8 games, is it? Because Octopath Traveler was out on Steam, wasn't it? They're just saying, oh, it's also available on Epic Games Store if you prefer to get your games from Epic Games Store. Fair enough. Pro Cycling Manager 2023. We are in the height of the Tour de France right now. Oh, no, it's just finished, isn't it? Or it's finishing. Riders Republic, already on Ubisoft, but get it via Steam. And, of course, Starship Troopers Extermination. Now, that is a game I think I would like to play. It does look a lot of fun, and I did enjoy the film. Let's here we are. We'll get a bit of action. It's got a real... There's some kind of... Okay, and the great thing, so basically it allows that you can, the nature of the genre, as it were, is you could just have different themed offensive, so like, or a defensive. So it's because it's a military sim, effectively, isn't it? You know, so you're either attacking or holding. You're either attacking the beastie's lair, or you're holding a position with your troop. But it looks that kind of crazy, Serious Sam sort of onslaught, like full-on zombie attack onslaught FPS type thing, which is a lot of fun. But with an IP that you know that works well with this the nature of the IP, Starship Troopers. This was the early access. Pretty decent job of pitting a large group of Marines against an overwhelming force of alien bugs, and building fortifications give you something to coordinate as you hold out long enough for a thrilling extraction. So yeah, it's just, you know, whether you've just got to survive long enough to get extracted. Ubisoft Plus is currently £1 for 1 month. Great for Luna and GFN. Yeah. Go back to yeah, no, that is a good deal. Ubisoft for £1, because they're, the thing about Ubisoft is they just want you to play the game, and they go, look, and it's almost they're saying we don't, which is in the way the future. Yeah, it's almost saying we don't care where you play it, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever, in the cloud. We just want you to play our game. You've bought the game. And that's how it should be in the future, I think. You know, you've bought the game, you just play it on the platform you want to play it on. And I think that is the future. And Ubisoft seemed to embrace that idea and that concept. And that's why I was kind of like Ubisoft Plus. I did cancel my subscription, though, in fairness, because I don't have enough time to really justify, you know, playing the games. When I had it on Stadia, it made sense because it really filled out the Stadia library. You know, it made the Stadia library amazing. And then you always knew you had day or date launch of, you know, the next big AAA from Ubisoft. That was the one reliable. So just like DVDs, sort of, even though, although culturally and historically, maybe that's the precedent. You know, DVDs were initially were regional, weren't they? And that didn't make a lot of sense, other than, okay, certain regions, you know, in Europe or in the UK, you know, we play it out in TVs in PAL, and you know, the US is what, NTSC, whatever it was. But other than that, and other than controlling piracy because it's cheap, you know, because different territories sell DVDs at different prices, and the same with the games. I think it was back in the day. You know, you had region, you know, you used to try and fix the regionality on your machine. What's the word? They sort of break it so that you could play DVDs from other regions. And also the rights things. You know, one publisher with DVDs, one publisher might have the US rights, and a different publisher might have the European rights. So that made it, you know, equally difficult. And so that's why you used to have regional DVDs. Again, that was crazy. But now we live in a world of, well, it's true with Netflix. Not, you know, not every Netflix is the same wherever you go. You know, in the UK, the BBC may have the rights to mostly BBC programs for 12 months. But outside the UK, Netflix will have the rights at the same time as the BBC for the US. So, you know, in different territories, different streaming platforms, if you like, have different rights. I mean, the way that Netflix operate is ideally they want the global rights. But, you know, if they're coming in with a program that's being made by somebody else, i.e. the BBC, and investing in that, then they have to accept the fact that the BBC might want the streaming rights exclusively for 12 months, since they're paying the lion's share of the, or at least, you know, they're paying for the UK rights effectively. And so therefore, yeah, you might watch Peaky Blinders or first series, you know, or the next current series, whatever it is, off the back on BBC iPlayer in the UK, but at the same time, if you're in the US, you'd be watching it on GeForce Now, not GeForce Now, Netflix, you know. So yeah, there is always a problem when you have different publishers in different territories, I guess. But most of the time, in gaming now, you know, a publisher would take worldwide rights. Although, I'm thinking of the JRPG games. You have NIS in America publish a lot of JRPG games, but then that's because the Japanese publisher's not looking to distribute globally, as it were. It will sub-license that distribution globally, but not looking to do it itself. So, you know, unless they're a Capcom or a Sega or something like that. Anyway, there you go. That's the business ins and outs of distribution and publication. Anyway, let us know what titles, anyway, of that. Let's go back to the list here. Remnant 2, Let's School, Grand Emprise, Time Travel Survival, Moto GP 23, Octopath Traveler, Pro Cycling Manager 2023, Riders Republic, Starship, Troopers, Extermination. Which of those titles float your boat? Which of those titles nah, mate. Bruh, I'll give it a pass. Definitely the standout for me is Remnant 2, and I've been really enjoying it, so. Ubisoft Plus is great, and especially, look, if it's on trial for £1, I highly recommend it, because you get access to all, you know, dive into all the Assassin's Creed games and all of that. Some, you know, the Far Cry games, Tom Clancy games. Yeah. Zero Games says Starship Troopers for him. Yeah. I'm definitely, it's the full version now, isn't it? That's the thing. Let's just look at yeah. 16-player co-op. Wow. Now that makes it interesting. Still early access, it says. Okay. Is it still early access? Must be then. Release date back in May. But, yeah, so that was the one the IGN, I showed the video of then. IGN was showing. Yeah, Division 2, of course. And that's such a great game. Plays so well, looks and plays so well. So, yeah, Starship Troopers is a 16-player co-op. I'd suggest that we play it on this thing, but, you know, the last couple of weeks we haven't even got 16 viewers. How are we all going to play? Not enough people. Oh, the shame of it. The shame of it. But you're here, and that's what's important, ladies and gentlemen. You're here. Starship Troopers Extermination, 16-player co-op FPS that puts you on the far-off front lines of an all-out battle against the bugs. Squad up, grab your rifle, do your part as an elite deep space vanguard trooper. That's better. So I had headphones in then. That found it. Sounded funny. Right. Yeah. Now that does look fun, actually, with a whole group of you. Go back to the thing. So yeah, so those are the titles, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we kind of covered everything there, ladies and gentlemen. I may go back and play a bit more Remnant 2 later tonight. I'm going to let you all go and enjoy yourself and go off, do whatever you need to do, play some games and all of that. I want a big shout out to you all. A big thank you for joining me this evening on the GeForce Now Thursday chat. I hope you enjoyed my little Remnant action at the beginning there. And as I said, hopefully, maybe if you like, let us know. We do more of that. If you'd like to kind of see me stream and report the news all in one go, because I can multitask. It has been known, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it is possible. We can do those things. So, I have Remnant. I have a good mind to have another look at Remnant 1 now. So started up a game of it in GFN during this stream. Ah, you see, I've inspired you. Look, if I've inspired anyone to have a go on a game, then my job here is done, ladies and gentlemen. That's good. Well, that's great to hear. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hopefully, Xbox Monday night chat. I should be there. I'm on holiday next week, but it's not until the middle of the week. So if I'm not stressing too much, we should be good. What do you think Activision games add next year in GeForce Now? I do think the Activision games will be coming to GeForce Now once the deal's all sorted, and they've said they're going to bring them anyway. They're bringing them to Steam, so that's like a stepping stone to GeForce Now, really. Not only is the Xbox PC, so even if for some reason they don't end up on as Xbox PC games, they're coming to Steam, which is the first, and that potentially could be a gateway for GeForce Now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hopefully see you Monday for the Xbox Monday Night Chat. Probably won't be a GeForce Now Thursday chat because I shall be in France, although I might say hello and all of that, or bonjour, bonsoir from France, like I did last year. A number of people seem to enjoy my on-location reporting for Stadia at the time it was. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.